Hey, you guys, I am back. And today I have a trying to think of the word for this because all the lives that I do are just like straight out from my mouth improv, not rehearsed, not wrote out, not thought out. And whatever comes out, comes out. And it's just like no taking it back. So today I feel like and I might start crying because y'all know I'm a big old baby. Like, I take things personal. I really care about people and I care about loved ones and I care about things that are dear to me. So I already feel it coming. Hey, Laura, thank you for tuning in. I already feel like I'm choking up because this is something, yep, here it comes. This is something that I have been dealing with for about 2 years now. So today, I am going to talk to you about PCOS. Can you guys see this? Because actually, I want to touch down on this issue. This issue is actually affecting a lot of women. This is a serious issue. Honestly, I didn't know what it was until I got diagnosed with it, okay? So PCOS is a polycystic ovarian syndrome. Such a long name. So we abbreviate it to PCOS. Okay, so I'm going to just like talk to Laura, see how her day is going. So I can get myself back centered because I literally will start bawling just because I deal with it. Everything that I get on live about is stuff that I'm actually either going through or have been through. I'm not trying to push anything down your throat that I don't know about. So I'm coming from you and I'm keeping it real with you. I'm keeping it 100. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. And it may come out rude because I'm very blunt, but I don't mean to be rude. I just want to give you the facts. I want to educate you on things that have enlightened my life and just made it better for me. And I actually want to, share that information. We always, not us per se, but I'm sure you know someone that you've approached about some type of information, something that's going good for them and you want to know about it and they don't want to share it. And it's like, dang, it's hard to get people to share and give you information now. Everybody want to keep it to themselves. People stingy with the information, and I am choosing not to be that person. So, Laura, how was your day? I know we were supposed to do lunch today. I couldn't do it. But you doing all right? Yeah, she's doing good. Okay. All right. So, PCOS, like I said, is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It can be leaked to. I'm going to tell you right now. Good. I'm glad you had a good day. That's good. Okay. So it can be linked to type 2 diabetes. It can be linked to high cholesterol. It can be linked to high blood pressure. And it can also be linked to heart disease. And we also know that being overweight, and not just like slightly overweight, but being obese or morbidly obese also relates to all of those health issues. It's really sad. So many people suffer from these things and they don't have PCOS. Oh, I know. I am too. I'm going to miss our day out too. We're going to do it eventually. We have to make it happen. We have to mentally say we're going to do this and then we're going to do it. But yeah, you don't have to have PCOS and get these things. You don't have to have it. And, you may have it and not get these things. But studies have shown that having PCOS makes you at a greater risk for these things. Like I was saying, I know plenty of people that don't have that type of debilitating disease, but they do have high blood pressure, or they suffer from high cholesterol or heart disease, or, everybody knows somebody that's pre-diabetic, those come on, we don't have to have these illnesses. We do not have to have them. It's what we do with what we put in our mouth and how we use our bodies. Am I right? I know I'm right. So, okay. let's go down. Let's go down the line. So PCOS. Apparently, there are a lot of women that have it. And no one is talking about it. No one is saying anything about this PCOS. And it's like horrible. When I first was told that I had it, first off, okay, let me back it up. Let me tell you how I found out I had it. So I basically had a gym membership because y'all know I join a gym like once or twice a year in the beginning and in the middle. And I fall off in between. But I was killing myself at the gym. I think I was even posting it. I would be on a treadmill for like an hour, burning 745 calories. And I was not losing weight. I think I did that for like a month and a half straight. I was going to the gym about 3-4 times a week. And I was eating what I thought was healthy. I thought I was doing very well. Y'all, was not losing anything. I think throughout that whole time, I lost maybe 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. And then after I stopped going, because I was like, I'm killing myself, nothing's happening. So I stopped going, but I still would weigh myself every week. Now, I was weighing myself every week because I was having like these allergic reactions, and I didn't know why I was having these allergic reactions. So, hey, Kai Paul, oh my gosh. Laura, that's my friend. He's in Hawaii. He used to live here in New York. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for joining. We are talking about PCOS. It's called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And we're just talking about how many people, there's so many women that suffer from it, and they're keeping very quiet about it. And I think it's just like with any type of debilitating disease that you get, you don't want nobody to know that you're not perfect. I mean, that's what it boils down to. You don't want nobody to know that you're not, quote, normal, whatever the hell normal is now, I love that you're tuning in. I'm so happy to see you, Kaipo. I really am. You are living it up there in Hawaii and eating healthy too. Go ahead. Yeah. But that is what I'm talking about today. So yeah, it's amazing because I kept it to myself. When I found out that I had it, like I said, okay, so I was getting on the scale every week at the allergist, and this is every week, y'all, because I was going every week so they could figure out what I was allergic to. And every week the scale was going up like 3 pounds. I'm like, 3 pounds? The scale is going up 3 pounds every week. I'm eating healthy. I'm not doing anything different. Why am I gaining weight? And by the end of the summer, you guys, I think I started going, the scale was like maybe 222. By the end of the summer, I was 233. And by the end of the winter, I was 244 pounds. Okay, so first off, let's back it up. I have never weighed that much in my life before. Knock on wood, and I hope I don't ever weigh that much again. Now, that is not to down anyone who is where I was or who is beyond where I was. That is not to say that. I'm just talking about how I felt carrying that weight on my body. Y'all, I'm only sorry, I saw something on my lip and I ain't like it. Sorry. Okay. I'm only 5'4". And if I get lucky, maybe 5'4.5" with my tennis shoes on. So carrying 244 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kaipo. It is a work in progress. I still have a ways to go, but I'm doing it and I appreciate the support. Thank you. Y'all, to carry that weight, and to feel it come on. And I mostly, I carried it well. People would never, guess that I was that much, but I knew that I was that much because I felt it. It wasn't so much as seeing the numbers go up, but I felt it. My underwear was mad uncomfortable. I had to go up in a size in underwear. My pants always felt like I was just like, I didn't even have a muffin top, y'all. I had a whole pound cake, a whole cake loaf sitting over my pants, and it was uncomfortable for me to bend over and try to tie my shoe. I would, like, if I had eaten maybe even an hour before, I would bend over to tie my shoe and I would feel like I was going to throw it up because all of that weight coming over, it was so uncomfortable. Thank you. Girl, I'm still a work in progress. I still have a ways to go, but I'm getting there. So it was bad. And you know what else? It knocked off my gait. My gait was, wishy-washy. Like, I would trip and stuff like that because It was too much. It really was. You ever see Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory, and you and when the little boy eats the blueberry and like gets really big and is kind of like wobbling because they cannot handle it. Like, that's literally how I felt. I didn't feel like I was walking. I felt like I was wobbling. I was at a very unhealthy weight for myself. Not judging anybody else, because some people have been heavy all their life. They don't even know what it feels like to be at a healthy weight. But that was not the issue for me. I have always been like a plus size person. Well, except when I was like maybe like 3 or 4. I was a normal weight. You know what I mean? But as I became like, 8, 9, 10, I always had, more meat on my bones than most kids. But I was not, considered obese. I just was, I was a thick child. So I grew up, knowing that I was plus size and that I was thick. But nobody ever like, nobody ever told me that I was healthy. Nobody ever told me it was okay to be the weight that I was. I grew up thinking that I was the word fat, which is such a negative word, unless you're saying PHAT, pretty hot and tempting. Other than that, fat is just society has put such a negative view on that word fat that I don't like to use it. But however, growing up, that's what I thought I was, and I wasn't. I literally had that like Coca-Cola body. I was fine. Baby, when I get that back, y'all ain't gonna know what to do with me. But I didn't know it. Because like I said, growing up in my family, everybody had what they call yams for legs and ham hocks for thighs and rump roast for behind booty. We all were very shapely and curvy, but there were also a lot of obese women in my family as well. So even when I was younger and had like the perfect Coca-Cola body, they used to, be careful, don't eat all that. A moment on the lip, a lifetime on the hips. You ain't gonna have that figure forever, That would be the conversation that, that family would give you. They wouldn't support what you already look like and told you were beautiful, I guess, because they weren't raised like that. So, that's another thing. We got to break that. Like this whole quote unquote diet culture and what's pretty and what's acceptable and what's beauty is just like, it's hurting us, especially women, but also men, because, men suffer from poor self-image as well. They're not excluded from this. So, it's a universal issue. Society has really just kind of turned us against our own bodies. You know what I mean? It really has. So, okay, let me get back to this PCOS, right? All right. So, for instance, when you look at my face, you can see I have these breakouts. Hey, Deanna. Laura, this is Deanna. Deanna, this is Laura. Thank you for tuning in. Deanna, we're talking about PCOS today, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I hate saying the whole long word. I just say PCOS. So we're touching base on that today because apparently a lot of people have it and no one is talking about it. It's like a dirty secret, that you feel bad about and you don't want anybody to know about it. And it's becoming closer and closer to me. So I'm just, I think it's time to talk about it out loud. So that's what this video is about today. So you guys, when I was younger, I had the most beautiful skin. See, and that was another sign, the weight gain and the skin. My skin was just like a chocolate pie. It was so creamy and clear. And now as you see close up, you can see it's like it's getting better. It's clearing up. You see, it is clearing up. But it to me, hey Travis, I haven't seen you since the dinner. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, there's a session on Facebook. Okay, yeah, definitely do it for me. I appreciate that. But yeah, my skin was flawless. Like literally, I could leave out the house with no makeup on and I would look like I had makeup on because I had beautiful skin. Hey, Brenda, That's my cousin, y'all. Hey, Brenda, thank you for joining on the conversation on PCOS today. We're going to get into it because, you know, we need to talk about it. We as women, we need to talk about it because it's out there and no one is saying anything and people are feeling ashamed about it. And I was one of those people and I'm tired of feeling like that. You know, I mean, just to be honest, no one's perfect. Everybody suffers from something. So I'm coming out about my PCOS and telling people they're not alone because apparently there's a lot of other women out here suffering from it and are ashamed about it and they're not alone. So it causes skin breakouts. You see this? And I hate this because like I was saying before, I had really, really good skin. And now even when my skin is starting to clear up, it starts to break out again. You can see right here, I'm getting in another breakout. And it's so aggravating. I've spent so much money on so many different products to try to combat the acne portion of PCOS. And it's embarrassing. You know, your face is your moneymaker, especially in the business I'm in. You know, that's the first thing people see, your headshots, your face. You want to be presentable. And everybody knows it's just the way it is. When you look good, people treat you well. So that's just the bottom line. So when these breakouts come, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Like I get aggravated. I really do. And y'all, I'm serious. I've tried everything from Proactive to Ahava to Soy Fresh cleanser. Hey, Shannon, so glad to see you. I went to college with her, y'all. I'm so glad to get a variety of people on here. This is really nice. But yeah, it's very discouraging. And I was like, for a while, I would try to hide it. I can't hide this. I cannot hide this. And I'm not the one to put makeup on my face every day. I'm just not. You know, I use makeup for when I'm doing a show. And I want my skin to breathe. I want this stuff to clear up. And God knows I drink enough water. I drink at the very least half my body weight in ounces. And when I'm working out, I have to up that some more. So it's not that. It's the PCOS. Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany is one of my friends here, you guys, in New York. She is great. She is also a Beachbody coach. I love her. We're getting closer and closer every day. So this is one of my friends, you guys. Welcome, Tiffany, to the chat. Jessica, what's up? Y'all, that's from college. I graduated college in 1998, so I had to give her a shout out. Thanks for joining, Jessica. We're talking about PCOS today, and we getting into it. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm showing all the ugliness about it and everything. So depending, everybody, you can have a disease, and you can have the same disease as somebody else, and it may not be as bad as somebody else's. So, okay, we talked about the breakouts. It causes the acne, and there's nothing you can do. I mean, I've tried it all. I have the oil Olay face brush. I don't use my hands. I've tried different, natural soaps. I've tried some everything. So when it clears up, it's great. When it breaks out, it's bad. And actually, this is a good version because last week it was a hot mess. It really was. It was embarrassing, but it was nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? Hey, Sandra, so happy to see you. Thank you for joining. So, okay. Let's talk about hair growth. So I know you guys have seen women who have like straight out full beards. They have full mustaches. They have straight hairs. They have a little bit more hair than what a woman may want to have. Okay. Those women could be suffering from PCOS because it causes hair growth where women would normally not have hair growth. And I have seen women like that with a straight full out goatee. And it's like, when you have that much hair, like, do you really expect them to shave their face every day? Like, let's be honest. Some women have grown to accept it, which is great. When you can accept something that's going on with you that society considers abnormal, because society laughs and points and considers you just like not beautiful because you have, something different on you that they don't have. But a lot of those women that you see with full out mustaches, beard, a lot of ingrown hairs and stuff like that, that's a sign of PCOS. Stuff like that is embarrassing, especially if you're a young girl, because teenagers get this too. I'm surprised I actually even got it because it's like teenagers into childbearing years. So As we know, I don't have no kids yet. I'm still trying to wait on a husband, y'all. Still trying to wait on a husband. So I don't have any kids, but it affects teenagers through childbearing years, and also, well, I guess well past that, because they're saying that there is no cure. However, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that there is no cure. I do, because I really believe that God gave us everything on this earth that we so need to fix everything. So whether they have figured it out yet, for me, I'm going to touch on that, but for me, it has been diet and exercise so far. But I'm going to go back to that. So we talked about the discoloration, the breakouts, like the cystic acne, not no little simple pimple. I'm talking about the acne that hurts, that scars, that whelps up. We talked about the hair, how you get the mustache, the beard, the chin hairs and the neck hairs, and it's a little bit out of control. Now we're going to talk about the irregular periods. So that's what makes it hard for a woman that has PCOS to have children, because some women suffer from the irregular periods. Now, like I said, not everyone's going to have every last one of these, effects from PCOS. You may only suffer from a few of them. Like for me personally, it's the acne and the weight gain. The weight gain is the last one I'm going to talk about, but it's the acne, which you can clearly see, and it's the weight gain, which y'all have seen where I was and where I'm going, and I'm going to get there. So, I know Sandra said she needs a niece. I feel you. My mom feel the same way. She wants some grandbabies, and I'm the oldest. So it's just like, come on, Darlene, like, what are you doing? So the skin discoloration, the hair growth, and what's the next one? Irregular periods. I don't suffer from that personally. But there are plenty of women that do. And when they suffer from that, they don't know when they're ovulating. So that makes it really hard for them to conceive. And sometimes they may not even ovulate. So, that's hard on a woman that wants to have a family. Just to carry that burden. Could you just imagine, you get in this relationship, you guys get married, you talk about kids, and then you find out you have PCOS, which makes it 2 to 3 times harder to have kids. Hey, Tyra Bilberry, nice to see you. Thank you for joining my talk. I appreciate you tuning in. We're talking about PCOS. We going for it. We're going to talk about it. It's nothing I'm proud of, but I'm tired. I'm not going to be ashamed of it anymore. So that's what we're talking about today. So, so the irregular periods, that sucks, and of course there are women that have irregular periods that don't have PCOS. Right. Birth control does help to, help regulate your period. That is definitely true, Jessica. You're right. But yeah, that just, to want something and to know that there's a very good possibility that you can't have it, that hurts. Because most of the time we make plans for things, we want to do things, we have dreams, and you go after these dreams and you goals, but to actually know that there's a possibility that you can't have it because of something that you may have, that is just it hurts. It hurts. It really, really just mentally it messes you up. Because when I got diagnosed with PCOS, I was like, that, I'm not going to lie, you guys, for real, excuse my French, that fucked me up. It really did. Because I was like, dang, I'm trying to do everything right as far as my whole life goes. My whole, my goals of my acting, my goals of my plus size modeling, working hard, got my own place, doing a damn thing. But I can't get this weight under control. I'm like, what is going on with this weight? And then to be diagnosed with that, I felt like, well, that's just, that's what it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be overweight. And not a little overweight. I was considered morbidly obese. Just those words. That's just, the whole sentence just sounds horrible. Morbidly obese? Really? Okay, so I was just I guess I'm supposed to be quote unquote fat. I'm supposed to be heavy all my life. This is what I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be a healthy size. That was for when I was in my youth and in my 20s. That's what I was supposed to be. But I have so many overweight people in my family. Obviously, it's meant for me to be overweight. It's in my genes. That's what it is. And I was just I was ready to give up. It depressed me. It really did. Because to weigh something 1 week and then to go up 10 pounds the next month is just like, damn, when you're not doing nothing different, you're not pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, to just gain this. Okay, I'm so sorry. I had to move out of the room that I was in and come into my living room because my Wi-Fi is acting up. So I do hope you guys are still there. I hope I did not lose you guys. You'll get to see a little bit of my house because I'm going to be walking around now instead of sitting. It's the thing about railroad style apartments. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, it was depressing. I was really ready just to give up and be like, I'm going to be obese all my life. And that really sucked for me because my weight just affected so many different things in my life. And you know, and let me see if I can kind of like playing this out for people. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. That's another high school friend. This is wonderful. Thank you for joining. I don't want you to think like weight determines your worth, because that's not what I'm saying. Because we as women get so caught up on our weight, like, oh, if I weigh this much, I'm automatically not beautiful. No, that's not the case. Even when I was 244 pounds, I was still healthy. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have high cholesterol. I wasn't pre-diabetic. You know, I didn't have any of those things. I just felt very uncomfortable carrying that amount of weight. I didn't feel good in my clothes. I felt very tight and compacted, and I didn't have any energy. So I'm not saying just because I was heavy that I wasn't pretty. I still looked pretty good. I was pretty and plump. But I wasn't me. I wasn't happy, and the excess weight did take a toll on me mentally. It made me feel less than, because I knew what it felt like to be healthy. So, you know, this could be hard for someone to understand that's always been heavy. You know, you may not be able to relate to what I'm telling you, because like I said, I wasn't always considered morbidly obese. I had a nice Coca-Cola body in high school, and I had a nice Coca-Cola body in college. So you know, to just like see that fade away and not have any control over it was really just making me feel like I didn't care. I just started to not care, and I started to not care about a lot of things as far as like my relationships, you know, my job. It was like I was just like putting up with stuff that I wouldn't normally put up, because I felt like I couldn't reach my goals with all this excess on me. It was weighing me down, not only physically, but mentally. And it's not because, like I said, it's not because of what society says about weight. It's how I looked at myself. I just did not have the energy to do the things that I wanted to do. I could not put my best foot forward. I couldn't even wear the clothes in my closet. I wore like the same stuff over and over again. It was just like, it was depressing for me. So that's what I struggle with the PCOS, is the acne breakouts, as you guys can see, which is, to me, I can't stand them. It's disgusting to me. I'm working on them. Like I said, I've tried some of everything, but when your hormones say one thing, acne wash is not going to help you. Acne wash don't care about what your hormones say, you know. And then, like I said, with the weight gain, it was so fast and so quick. And even though I was killing myself at the gym, it just wasn't working out. So that brings me to the beach body stuff. Was everybody like, you know, you pushing this beach body, blah, 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 you know. And yes, I did, you know, co-star in UV2, and that helped me get my life back, because I had got so heavy that honestly, I couldn't even do the regular workouts. You know what I mean? I didn't have the energy. I did not have the energy. It was like, you know, I used to do Richard Simmons and I loved it. But when I was really out of shape, I couldn't get through one round, not even the whole videotape, just like, you know, on one workout, there's like maybe 8 songs that you dance to. I would be taking a break by like song 2. I would have to take a break to get through the workout, which is fine. It's fine to do that. You got to start somewhere. You're not going to be, you know, if you're severely overweight and you having problems moving, you're not going to be perfect the first time. You're not going to be perfect the third time. You just got to keep up with it, and eventually you're going to be able to get through it. So I was, like I said, I was at my heaviest. I was 244 pounds when I did UV2. I've lost 23 pounds since then, and I'm going to lose 30 more. And you know what? I'm not going to be skinny. And And I don't want to be skinny. I like being thick. I like being curvy. I like my hips, my thighs, my ass. I love all of that. I don't want it to go anywhere, but I need it to be healthy. I need it to be healthy. So I'm telling you guys this because, like I said, I've tried everything. And I've said this in my other videos. I've done juicing diets. I've done fasting. I've done, you know, praying that the scale don't go up anymore. You know, I've done gym memberships. I've tried Slim Fast. I've tried Herbalife. I've tried diet pills. I've tried apple cider vinegar pills. I've tried green tea pills. Like, I've just done so much stuff to try to get my weight under control that at this point it's just like, how much money did I waste doing all that and still didn't get no freaking results? If anything, I got like the shakes from trying a diet pill that had way too much caffeine in it. Or I was starving myself from doing a juicing diet. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then like overeating because all I had was juice all day. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Trying to do the Atkins, no carb, low carb. Like, let's be real. You cut out carbs completely out of your diet. As soon as you eat one, you just might as well hold on to it. You might as well paste it to your back. You gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? You can have carbs. You just gotta eat the right ones. You gotta eat healthy carbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit down with a big ass bag of potato chips. I'm not gonna eat like 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like, let's be real about it. Let's think what healthy carbs are and go for those. You know, it's a way to do this. And y'all see my postings. I eat good and I eat a lot. So I'm not starving myself. I'm eating real food. I'm not eating junk and I'm not eating processed food. Every once in a while, yes, do you have a treat? Do you want to treat yourself to a piece of cake, or do you want that biscuit? Have it. Just, you know, but if you're going to eat the whole package of cookies, maybe you shouldn't have it. You know what I mean? If you don't have the control to stop just yet. Or just think of a healthier version of that. Can you make it without the flour? Or can you use wheat flour? Or is there another way to make this without having all that processed stuff in it? You know, so it's kind of, there's a way to do it. So anyway, I did UV2. And that kind of put things back in perspective with me, because UV2 was geared at plus size women. Everybody in that video, even the slimmest girl, was considered overweight. And the slimmest girl in the video was actually pregnant, guys. She's actually pregnant. I think she's like maybe 2 months. And so anyway, we're all considered plus size women. If you can see the preview on my page, we're pleasantly plump, as they say. And I know some of those girls very personally. And Mickey, she's lost 25 pounds. She looks amazing. Bethany's the redhead. She's lost 30 pounds. She's like half the size that she was. And then, like I said, there's me. I've lost 23 on the verge of 24 pounds. So that, I recommend that because it's for people that's just like, you know, you want to work out, you like dancing, but you can't keep up with stuff like Shanti. Shanti has amazing workouts, from size to hip hop abs, you know, to insanity, which I ain't ready for that, you know. But UV2 is for people that want to work out, that can move. You can still modify the moves if you need to, and you're still going to sweat and burn calories. The fact that I lost 10 pounds just within the past like 2 months doing UV2. And that, like, seriously, that was just like, oh my gosh, like, and it was fun. And it was from the comfort of my home or wherever you are, because you could stream it from your phone, your laptop, your iPad, your computer, your TV. You take it with you anywhere. You know, if you have a gym membership, but you tired of doing a treadmill, you don't feel like paying $100 a pop for a trainer, you just pick out one of these workout videos and do it there. You know, when I was going to the gym, I would see people on their phones doing workouts from their phones, you know. And the real cool thing is that they have extended the $160 program thing. Like, I was just like, why did they do that when I joined? Literally, when I joined, I spent over $200 and I only got like one program. But with this, you spend $160 and you get all access. That means every single program that they've ever come out with, all the future programs that they will come out with, cooking shows, holiday ideas, all type of different stuff. You get it for that one flat rate of $160. And if you don't like it, if it's not working for you, this is not what you want to do, you return it back, money back, guaranteed, no questions asked. And they're also giving you a 30-day serving of Shakeology. Let me talk to you about that. Because my problem was I was a sugar fiend. I love my sugar, but I don't love it anymore. So I literally, like, for real, y'all, I was bad. I was having like a candy bar for, I was having a candy bar for lunch, and I was having a candy bar for dinner. Like, I would eat my food, and then that would be my dessert. So it was like, it was over the top. I was doing way too much. Then, the 99-cent bag of chips. Here, they sell a $1 bag of chips. You're getting like 5 to 6 ounces of chips, which means that whole bag that you're eating is roughly about 800 calories for chips. Mind you, I had just ate dinner. So if my dinner was 500-600 calories, and then I'm eating a bag of chips, and then I'm eating a candy bar on top of that, like, I'm pretty much over the calories that I should have had for the whole day. You know what I mean? Versus I did still eat breakfast and I still did eat lunch. I was out of control. Yeah, so Shakeology helped me with that. It helped me with those salt cravings, the sweet cravings, that time of the month when you really want the cravings. They have all these different flavors. My favorite is chocolate or vegan chocolate. I like them both, for people that are lactose intolerant. But they have so many different flavors. They have like a green berry and a tropical strawberry. They have cafe latte for people who are coffee drinkers. Replace your Starbucks with a Shakeology. Shakeology, now, like I said, I've tried a lot of stuff. Slim Fast shakes, Herbalife shake. Shakeology is what made me become a Beachbody coach. It wasn't UV2. It was Shakeology. I tried the shake and literally woke up the next morning wanting the shake. It was just that good because it tastes like a regular milkshake. And I put like half a banana in there. I did like water, almond milk, a whole bunch of ice, and it was on point. And I was like, I can have a milkshake for breakfast, and it doesn't have to be a meal substitute. It could just be a supplement. As if you take your everyday vitamin, you could take your everyday Shakeology. But that's how good it was. It literally was the shake that I was like, oh snap, I want to be a Beachbody coach. Like, I couldn't believe how good it was, because I've tried so many different diet products and I had to force myself to drink it. I got tired of smelling it. It was just crazy. And then you can make so many different recipes with these shakes. You can, do a shake pie. You can do shake cookies, shake truffles, shake pudding. It's like you don't have to just have it in a shake form. But the shake is really just that good, and it has so many healthy, natural things in it. That's probably another video where I can literally just go through the ingredients of what's in Shakeology, because people want to know, well, why do you like it? Why is it so good? Literally everything in there is from nature. It's, it's organic. It's good. It flushes you. And I don't mean like it's going to give you the runs. It does not do that. I mean, you're going to drink your Shakeology. You're probably going to have some water. And within like 1 or 2 hours, you're going to have a really nice movement. And that's great for people who are not regular. Because it is irregular to not go at least once to twice a day. That's irregular. If you're not going at least twice a day, honestly, then you're irregular. And Shakeology can help with that. But for me, it helped me with that, as well as all those cravings. Y'all, I was a sugar fiend. I would go to the bakery and get like 5 different baked goods at one time and be like, okay, Dee Dee, you're going to have them throughout the week. But Dee Dee would eat like half of them in one day. So Shakeology, for me, it fixed that. If you don't have an addiction to salt, sugar, caffeine, you may not think you need it. If you're getting all of your daily vitamins that you're supposed to get, your nutrition, you eat properly, then you may not need it. But if you know for a fact that you're not getting those things and that you have those little, mannerisms and sensations of wanting sweets and caffeine, then it's something that you would like to try. And with this all access, you get it for free. You're getting all the Beachbody programs and a 30-day supply of Shakeology, and you get to pick your flavor. So I just wish they would have had that when I joined, because like I said, they ain't had that deal when I joined. I paid almost twice as much just for one program. So the reason why I push it so hard is because this is the only thing that I found to get my weight off and keep it off. That's serious when you find something that actually works for you guys. It's actually working. So because it's working, I want to share it with you, because I suffer from PCOS and I saw how the scale just jumped up, 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 and there was nothing I could do about it. Even with killing myself at the gym, there was just nothing I could do about it. and I found something that worked, I'm going to share it with y'all. And I'm going to keep sharing it with you guys because I know I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of families, and I have a lot of associates that are just overweight. And some are morbidly overweight, you know. And I know a lot of them want to lose weight. And this is actually not expensive. I know it sounds like it because it's coming out at one chunk. You know, you're like, oh, $160. But you guys, within a week, you spend that. You spend it on crap. You spend it on crap, you do. And if you really just think about how many times do you buy wherever coffee place you go to coffee that week? How many times do you eat out instead of making your lunch? How many times have you just blown money just because you have money and you feel like shopping and you bought something you didn't need? If you are anything like me, or if you are struggling with your weight, you're struggling with PCOS, or anything else that makes it hard for you to lose weight, I'm telling y'all, I actually found something that worked. That's all I'm saying. I found something that worked, and I want to tell you about it, and I want to share it with you. If you're interested in it, we could talk 101, and I can get more into detail to it, but this product actually works. So I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to share it. And I want y'all to know, if you have PCOS, don't even flip out, because you're not alone. It's plenty of other women that got PCOS and just not saying nothing. And you may have PCOS, but at the end of the day, PCOS does not have you. Okay? Does not have you. You are worth it. You are worth more than you even give yourself credit for. And regardless your weight, regardless of it, you're still a beautiful person and you're still worth it. So I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And if you have any questions, please text me, call me, DM me, message me, email me, whatever you need to do, because at the end of the day, I want to help another person just as I was myself, lost and ready just to give up on it. Because when you feel good inside and out, everything falls into place. And that's real talk. When your body feel good and you feel good, everything falls into place, and you cannot buy health. Okay? All right. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.